Hello, 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 everyone. This is Rochelle, Slay Queen Hemingway. Welcome back to the Slay to Success channel. That's right. Click on the subscribe button. You are in the right place. I am a transformational speaker, a self published author, a coach, mentor, and a United States Air Force veteran. I am the CEO and founder of Slay to Success. And my purpose is to use my self discipline and bold leadership skills to help you face your fears and insecurities by using basic life and leadership philosophies. The framework that I use is through the lens of SLAY, SLAY, S, stay ready to be ready, L, lead out loud, a sense of community, a sense of family, and Y, you are built to last. To step into your next big thing without sacrificing your health, relationships, opportunities, or your happiness. And this is all based on experiences that I have learned throughout my 30-year military career. And I am using that and beyond. I'm using it and beyond. So here is the channel where you're going to come back to every single time you need some inspiration, some motivation to step into your next big thing. So for today's topic, y'all, I'm going to enlighten you a little bit on why I'm referred to as a slay queen. Not only because of this word slay, and if you want to know the how and the why, there is a video that you can watch to see, or excuse me, hear about why and the how of this word slay. So that way you can stay on track as I drop these videos in here for you to come back to every single week. So why am I called a slay queen? Why? Well, because everything that I do, I look at it as kill it, dominate it, and nail it. I'm dreaming big. I'm working hard until I own it. I'm on point, and I try my best to impress greatly. Because I know when I am at that high level of energy and frequency, anything is possible. I am proof of that. All right. And the other reason why I am called the Slay Queen, because at the age of 50, I am still doing high intensity training, high intensity interval training. All right. To be specific, I love all things health and wellness. So many of the things that I post and talk about is in the realm of fitness. So, for those that have seen me in Facebooks and in IG, you could see that I do burpees still, jumping jacks, sprinting on the treadmill, sprinting on my spin bike, push ups, sit ups. I love just doing hard things. I love to challenge my body every single day without fail. It doesn't matter how much sleep I got the night before. It doesn't matter where I have to go and how early I need to get up. The very first thing that I do is, of course, go to the bathroom, y'all, right? And then I get myself ready to go downstairs in my home gym. I have a home gym that I have built over the past 25 or 27 years. I was trying to think back at when I initially started out my fitness journey. And I go downstairs and I actually put in the work. Things that a 50-year-old, especially a 50-year-old woman, is still doing. And it is one of my biggest passions because in that space I find all the creative thoughts. I'm able to stay focused. I'm putting in the hard work so I know what that work looks like. And I am really challenging some of the thought process that I have. And so any of the negative self-talk, any of the aches and the pains that I may be experiencing, any of those types of things, I work that stuff out when I'm working out, y'all. And for those that are connected to fitness, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I always encourage people to start from a place where the things you can actually do if you are just getting started in your fitness journey. So let me just explain to y'all how I got to this point, because it was not overnight. This has definitely been a journey, and an almost 30-year journey. So, right before I joined the Air Force, and for those that are new to the channel, I am a United States Air Force veteran and I served 30 years, 3 decades. I went in at the age of 19 and I retired at the age of 49. So, when I joined the military at my maximum allowable weight. At the time, I had to weigh no more than 146 pounds. I weighed in at 139 pounds. But let's take it back years before that. All throughout my childhood, I was overweight. I started overweight at, I don't even know, I think maybe I started really noticing probably at the age of 10. And I quickly saw myself getting to a point where I was clearly overweight, which was at my max, which at that point was 200 pounds. So I weighed 200 pounds going into my sophomore year of high school. So I ended up working at a restaurant called Chi-Chi's. So if anyone's familiar with that food restaurant line, you know that it's great Mexican food, and it was a chain, and there was a lot of energy and buzz about it when I was working there. So I started working as a bus girl. So I would clear off the tables, reset them, vacuum underneath the table, take the dishes back to the dishwasher, do all the ins and odds for the waiters and the waitresses, and I used to get my tips from them. So I worked over that summer and I had lost like 40 pounds. So when I went into my junior year of high school, I weighed about 160 pounds. And through that year, I stopped working at Chi-Chi's and started working at another restaurant called Mr. Steak. And with all the movement in between, because at Mr. Steak, I was a waitress. So all this movement that I was doing, and the weight was just coming off, y'all. It was just coming off. And I was like, oh my goodness. Is that all I needed to do, was to do a little bit of a movement? And my eating habits changed because I wasn't at home. I did a year of college while I was working at Mr. Steak. And so when I went in to enlist in the Air Force, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm under the maximum allowable weight. Okay. So got in the military, but the one thing that I didn't realize is I didn't know how to do it healthy. So I had all these different ways to keep my weight down. No eating, just eating protein, stop eating, like after a certain time, didn't eat for a couple days before I weighed in. There was all these things that I was doing, and my weight was up and down, y'all. It was up and down like a roller coaster for the first 10 years of my career. And then one day I kind of woke up and said, you know what? I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling anymore, because I'm now getting paperwork. So in the military, if you don't make your weight, you get paperwork. And I was getting paperwork because I failed the weigh-ins. So one day I said, okay, I need to do something about it, and I need to take control of my health. So what I did was went to the base exchange, which is like a mini Walmart, if you will. So they have a lot of different things in the base exchange. But at the time, I was in Germany, so things were limited. But they had these home videos, firm videos, and you use light weights and a step aerobics box. So I bought these pieces of equipment and the videos, and I started doing home workouts right before I went to work. And at the time, I was working night shifts. So I would get up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I would work out for, however long the tape was. And usually they were like, for anywhere from 30 minutes, and you can have some that were up to 60 minutes. And then I would get dressed and then I would go into work. And I started really looking at what I was eating, and I was like, yeah, that's probably not good for me to eat because it's not contributing to me getting a handle of my health. And so I really took some time to think about what worked for me, and I stayed with it and been consistent. And over time, I built a home gym. And so now I have a bike, we have a weight rack, that's, all the way from 8 pounds to 50 pounds. We have a treadmill, we have a weight bench, and we have, mat, medicine ball. We have all these different pieces of equipment. And I say we, I'm talking about my whole family. So my husband uses the gym, and our 12-year-old son uses the gym too. It is a thing for us. All right. So I realized that when I started taking control of my health and being consistent, I was showing up differently. I was passing all my fitness tests. In fact, most of my fitness tests I was getting hundreds on in all four components. And for those that are affiliated with the military, especially with the Air Force, there are the components. They had the waist measurement, they had the push-ups, the sit-ups, and then the 1.5 mile run. And every time with my age, because they started breaking out with age group, I was consistent just working out on my own. And then when I was there, doing my PT test, I was in awe that I was able to get 100% on all four components. The only time that I was on a profile is when I actually had our son. And that point too, I saw 200 pounds on the scale again when I was pregnant with AJ. And because I had been there before, when I was younger, I was like, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. And when I got the clearance from the doctor to go out and, train, and, I was free to challenge myself again, I started slowly and building up back to the point that I was before I had AJ. And so the journey in itself, it's a process. It's a process. You have to be able to listen into your body. You have to know what your body needs to be challenged at. I'm that girl that I can't just get on a bike or the elliptical trainers, and just, da, 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 get a book and start reading. I have to really be sweating, huffing and puffing. All right. And getting the results that I'm looking for, not based on what someone else is doing or what they look like, what I need. I also have hereditary high blood pressure. And I found that out when I was stationed overseas in Turkey, and I was seeing stars, and I wasn't quite sure, but I was not at the healthy point then at all. And the Turkey was actually before Germany. And so I saw indications that I did not have control over my health, and I needed to do something about it. So that is why I am called the Slay Queen, because I look at things from a way from which my fitness journey is. If I can kill it, dominate it, and nail it in my workouts, I certainly can transfer those skills into my everyday life. And so I just want to leave you all with this message of encouragement. It is okay just to start doing something. All right, just to do something. If you are not able to run, if you're not able to, lift heavy weights or whatnot, that you just need to start from where you're at. And slowly over time, being consistent with the discipline and having the mindset that you want to change the way that you show up, or you want to change the way that your health condition is, or you've got, mental barriers and mental blocks that you need to work out, you can slowly do it over time. It's never too late. It's never too late. So, this is your Slay Queen. I am the CEO and founder of Slay to Success, where I'm a transformational speaker, a self published author, a mentor, a coach, and a 30-year United States Air Force veteran. Keep on slaying until you can't slay no more. Hashtag slay. Bye bye.